Hello friends, welcome in. Just gonna quickly make sure we are live and ready to go. It looks like we are perfect. Welcome to Cards by TLC. My name is Tammy Savello and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. Whether you are joining me for the first time or returning, welcome. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future lives or videos. Today is Thursday, March 30th at our new time, 11 Pacific time. And we are streaming here live right here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me at this new time. If you are catching me on the replay, go ahead and skip forward a minute or two while I say hello to everyone. Hello, Marcy. Hello, Nell. Looks good. Sounds good. Perfect. Welcome in. And if you are catching me on the replay, go ahead and hit that hashtag replay. Today's projects, I'm so excited. I wanted to create a couple of different cards to use up that designer scrap pieces. I know we all have our little bits and baubles and pieces that we have no idea what we want to use with them. And we all have scraps from various designer papers just lying around wanting to use them. So I thought this is the perfect opportunity of using scraps. I am using one specific designer paper today. It is actually from the Park Lane or Regency Park Suite. And the paper that I'm using today is the 6x6 Regency Park. And we are also using the Night of Navy bordered ribbon. And then, of course, my favorite cane weave embossing folder on today's projects. And I thought these are the perfect papers to make quilted cards or faux quilted cards. And that's kind of what we're doing today. We're what I call patchwork cards. And it's the perfect setup for our scrap pieces. Hi, Patty. Welcome in. So let's go ahead and show you what we are going to start off with today. This is our first project, and as you can see, we are using bits and pieces of it. On this particular project, I am actually using 1-inch strips that I just happen to have lying around and from that paper. So I just kind of built up from that. I do have a 1/2-inch strip that I'm going to be using in there, but let me go ahead and get our pieces out. And first things first, what I like to do first and foremost, we are going to be using the silicone mat today. This is a must in your crafting arsenal. I have about 2 or 3 in my craft room and I use them all the time. And then we have a 4 by 5¼ inch piece of basic white, which is our base platform today. And what I typically like to do, first and foremost, let's get our pieces out, is when I'm creating something like this, I just kind of like a quilter, and my mom was an avid, beautiful quilter, and I think I got this idea just to think of her today. So I just kind of like lay out the direction of what I want to do, like a little bit here, a little bit there, then I slide it off. And then what I'm going to do, you can obviously easily use liquid adhesive. That is a usual go-to so you can line the pieces up. But for this, I find it easier to use either the self-adhesive sheets or Stampin' Seal. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add adhesive directly to my cardstock. And that's why it was kind of important to kind of lay it out first. I just happen to have my layout right in front of me. But if you do this, you definitely want to kind of lay the pieces out and just lightly slide them off. But these, again, are 1-inch strips. So we're going to start off laying that direction. And then just kind of build and have fun with it. There's no rhyme or reason or wrong way of doing this. It's just fun. It's addicting. And at least it was for me. Um, and it's a great way to use up those scrap pieces. And then we're just going to kind of lay that down that way. Just kind of build this up. And again, there's no rhyme or reason or wrong way. And I'm going to need a little end strip here because I kind of short-handed that end. And keep in mind when you're building this, if you do miss, just get a little baby scrap. Look, I have a bucket of little bits and pieces that are going to work just fine for this. Just cut off a little piece here. I wish I had my mom's skill set of making quilts. She made the most beautiful quilts. I wish I had her talent on that. I kind of gained my paper crafting from her. Like, I can do paper crafting, so I'm just going to build a quilt with my paper crafting. And don't worry about lining these up perfectly. We're going to be trimming this off and using this up. Just kind of do that. And these come together so quickly and so nicely. And I may have missed a piece. I did. That's okay. I think, no, that's a little too short. We might be trimming a new piece, but that's okay. We've got plenty of cardstock here. This designer paper is so pretty. Let's just get out. What piece was that? That was like a floral piece. Did I have extra of that one? If not, we're just going to use another piece. I may have used all those little floral pieces. No, that's not it. That's okay. We are going to go with what we got. And we just happen to have some pieces right here. I'm just going to trim up a 1-inch piece really quick. Nell, you were a quilter too. I wish I had her talent. Patty, our moms were sisters, I'm telling you. There's that. And there's a piece right here. And I do have one little tiny piece that I want to cover right here on the top. There we go. Let's put this piece back down here. Might need to add a little bit more adhesive. And then it looks like a hot mess, no worries, but we're going to flip that over, and you can either use your paper trimmer, or I just like to come along here and just trim off these pieces. And then we will put it in our little scrap bin and use these pieces for another card down the line. There we go. I don't think that piece is going to stay, but we're going to make sure it stays. There we go. Trim this just a little bit further. And then the magic happens. There's our pieces. Let me get these just put in this little scrap bin over here. So the fun part now, I don't know if you can see this, but to make our quilt, get out those embossing folders. And so what I did is I used the Cane Weave embossing folder, and it gives it that dimension. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but we are going to run that through our embossing. And we just line that up in our embossing folder, our 3D embossing folder. And I actually do have it off camera here, so I can do it right here, right now. No magic of TV today. We're doing live TV. Oh, that's amazing, Nell. Okay, and now we have our quilted piece, our faux quilted card. And these make great Mother's Day cards. They will make great baby cards with the right color schemes and stuff like that. And we're going to bring in our card base, and it's a Night of Navy. And this is, oh my goodness, I almost goofed that up. I had both card stocks there. I was like, why was it so thick there? So we have our Night of Navy 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5.5, and then that just lays right on top. And I would not recommend using the Stampin' Seal because we've used the 3D embossing folder. It's already broken down those fibers, and it'll have a tendency to probably tear your cardstock. So you definitely want to come in with some liquid adhesive on this panel piece. And I may be out. So let's open up a quick new liquid glue and get some adhesive down there. Okay, Tammy. I might need another cup of coffee. I'm so excited about this new time frame, and I hope this works out, and I hope it works out for your schedule. But if not, we do have the replay, which is perfectly fine. But of course, I always love crafting with you all live. So this piece is from the Stitched Shapes dies, and it is the second smallest of the Stitched Shapes dies. And then the sentiment is from our annual catalog from Forever Fern. Now this stamp set is retiring after this year, so if you do want this stamp set, I would highly recommend getting it in my online store today. Or before May 2nd, I believe it is. It will be retiring and saying goodbye, but I think I'm going to be keeping this in my craft room because I really loved this. It just makes great friendship cards. It makes great sympathy cards, but I definitely love this stamp set. And the sentiment that we are using is to a friend that makes me smile. Because I have many of you in my live today that make me smile. So our stitch piece is right here. And then we are going to bring in my Night of Navy ink pad. And stamp down. There we go. Perfect. And then I am using the bordered ribbon, the Night of Navy bordered ribbon that goes with this bundle, and I'm just trimming off just a little piece right here that's going to go right on my card. So just trim that and then fold that over. And we're going to just put an accent piece on the back of our card here. And then I am going to add adhesive so I can lay that ribbon down. but I'm also going to be popping up this piece with Stampin' Dimensionals. There we go. Where's my dimensionals? I'm so glad you are loving this. I love this. It's, again, such a great way to use up those scrap pieces, and that you mix and match and have fun with all of your little scrap pieces and make a bunch of little nice cards. Like I said, they're great for Mother's Day, great for babies, just birthdays in general and everything. So there we go. And I would have loved to use the Milky Dots. However, those are no longer available. So I'm going to go ahead and use our rhinestones, our Old Faithful. Let's get a couple of these rhinestones out here. There we go. And there, oh, we got to do the inside. Can't forget about that. We have another 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece, and of course our little 1/2 inch by 4 inch strip. We don't want to miss that. Can't forget to do the inside and decorate the bottom of our card here. And here we go. Our first card is done. Do you like it? It would be a fun challenge for customers or a team to see all the different DSPs used. Patty, that is a fantastic idea. I think this would be a fun challenge to do this, to see what people come up with, the creativity. And since we have a lot of designer paper retiring at the beginning of May, since we're in the transition of changing out our catalogs, I think that's a great challenge. So here is our first card. Let us go ahead, and you love the layout of the card. Thank you. I love this layout too. Our next one is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square card, and it fits in our regular envelopes perfectly, but I used smaller strips, and I'm using Miss Patty colors here, our Poppy Parade colors. So again, I'm using 1/2 inch little strips this time instead of our 1 inch strips, and we're just going to kind of build around. There is a square that is our starting point, and you'll see that as we build as we go. So let's go ahead and get our pieces out for that. And I'm going to lay these out just a little bit differently, just so it's easier for me to see the direction I want to use with my pieces. And I have 4 strips because we're going to do a specific pattern of 1/2 inch strips. I have like 1/2 inch by 6 strips. This one you might be a little bit more strategic with planning out. You definitely want 4 different strips, or actually 5 different strips, because we have baby strips here at the end. 5 different colors, again 1/2 inch strips, and you want 4 of each pattern. So, and then we have a 1 inch square piece that is going to be our focal point. And our card, our basic white card this time, is a 4 by 4. And what I've done is I've put a cross in the middle, right at the 2 inch mark, right in the middle. Ahead of time, I just used a pencil. You will be covering this up, so don't worry, but it makes a great focal point to line up. So again, we're going to go in and we are going to add our adhesive. And then we are going to come in as a diamond and make our points match up with these lines. So we have our point here, our point there, and that is our focus point that we're going to start with. And we're just going to take our first 1-inch square and line that up right there. And then we're just going to turn our cardstock and just kind of build from the inside out. And then turn. You don't really have to turn, but just in the video, I just kind of want to show you how to line these up. This one is a fun pattern. I really liked this one too. So now again, we're going to go in with our next color and line that up and repeat until our panel is complete. And this one definitely works much better with thinner strips. So like 1/2-inch strips, 1/4-inch strips. You have like the thinner scrap pieces that work much better with this. Make sure I'm not missing any comments. You love this so much. You love this square. I know, isn't the square super cute? It's just a fun little focal point. And this one is just, I found this one more addicting. But we're gonna come in here. We might not even need that little baby strip, but we might, we'll see. Line that up. And again, you can use liquid adhesive. Just be aware of where you're putting down your pieces, because you don't want to get your scissors all gummied up. I mean, I do have specific scissors for this, but it's fine. And on the first card, I did not do a embossed background, but I'm to on this one, just so you can see the difference in the two, to give you that traditional quilt look. And you can use any embossing folder. Any embossing folder would look fantastic on these projects. Does not matter where we put it or which one we use. So this one's going to be a fuddy-duddy, so we need to add a little bit of adhesive there just to make sure it sticks down. And I think it's my fault I didn't come in all the way to the end on putting the adhesive. But again, it looks like a hot mess, especially if you're just now joining me. But we will be finishing this up like we did before, flipping this over and cutting away all this craziness. I'm going to make my life a lot easier and bring this in. And that way, when I cut, it goes directly into my bucket. You can see my mistake on the back as I have this flipped over. I didn't have it quite centered, so I needed to center that off just a little bit better. And this bucket, I don't even remember where I got it from. I probably got it from, actually I think I got it from the Dollar Tree. So who would have thought that? They have amazing stuff at the Dollar Tree. Patty, I think we need a Dollar Tree shopping spree again. Come on. It really comes together really nicely, Joyce. It's so much fun and so easy. Like I said, you can use scissors, you can use paper trimmer. I just happen to think that this works better, so I can hold it over the bucket and let it fall into place. And there is that. So I am going to run this through my embossing folder, again using my 3D cane embossing folder. Lunch and field trip. Yep. I am down. Okay, put that through. Okay. Oh wow, that one really came out really nicely, but you can see the difference hopefully in the camera that you've got the embossed piece and the non-embossed piece. And then I have our square, stitch square again, and then this time I am going to be stamping in Poppy Parade. And our card base is actually not your standard size. It is actually 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And we'll make that the back since I kind of goofed that up as I was grabbing the other one. So let's put that up there. Let's stamp our sentiment again from the Forever Fern. There we go. And then this time I am using linen thread to pop behind the card, or behind the square. But let's get our card on here. I love that Poppy Parade with this. It just makes everything pop. Okay, let's bring in some linen thread. And let's add some adhesive to the back. And then we're gonna just wrap this around and pray that it turns out really nice behind there. Just a couple of strands. Oh, you've got an idea that you can't wait to try? Oh, Patty, you got to tag me or tell me all about it. I know you'll tell me all the details because I would love to see what you guys have ideas. If this inspires you, please tag me. I would love to see your guys' creations. I'm glad this video inspires you all. I'm so glad you like it. Okay, so there we go. And I'm gonna trim. I don't want to kind of bring this down like I did before. I'm gonna bring in my scissors and give them a little haircut. And then bring in, oh, we got to do the inside. For some reason on these cards I keep forgetting to do the inside. Again, this is a 4 by 4 inch square and a 1/2 inch strip by 4. Let's add this into our card, and I'm keeping the inside blank because I just want to use this as a just because card. And put in our rhinestones. And I don't know what I did with my take your pick tool. Oh, here it is. Put it in my bucket. I don't know why I put it over there. I hope you guys like these cards because I love them. They're a lot of fun to do and a great way to use up those scraps, get a bucket, and have fun just building and creating and having fun with all these scraps. So here are 2 cards today. So excited about them. Which one do you guys like? What are your which one are your favorites? I would love to know in the comment below. Just put this stuff away really quick while you guys get that out because I have some fun, exciting news to show you. I'm a blue girl, so I think I like this. So I think I'm going to do the blues in this pattern. So I'm going to break that up and probably showcase some more blues. But again, all the sizes and dimensions, will be on my blog post tomorrow at cardsbytlc.com. When you emboss that square one, that one became my favorite. Okay. I'm glad you guys love the square one. So when I embossed this, it became your favorite. Because it does give it 2 different looks. Okay, everybody's loving the square. Well, before I end the live today, I wanted to share with you, for those non-demonstrators on my live, we are having a color refresh. So we have 15 colors that we are sadly saying goodbye to. So these are our 15 colors: Polished Pink, Pale Papaya, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Mary Merlot, Soft Suede, Sahara Sand, Mango Melody, Bermuda Bay. This one I'm shedding a tear on, but that's okay. We have amazing new colors I'm going to be showing you in a minute. Pacific Point, Blushing Bride, So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, Mint Macaron, and Rich Raspberry. A lot of these colors, these are our outgoing in colors, and one of the in colors they actually kept. So that is the first time that they've done that in a while. But all of these other colors have been around for quite a while, so we had to say goodbye to them. They are retiring. My suggestion, here is my deal. Before you are, as we're saying goodbye to these, I want to let you guys know that these colors are going to go fast. Now, if you're wanting to grab these colors, grab them as soon as possible on April 4th. However, in my online store, they will be at a discounted price, but fair warning, they do go fast. The inks, the cardstocks, the re-inkers, the blends, grab them all fast. So whatever color that you're in love with that is retiring out of this bundle, grab them because they will go fast. So I would have to say my sad one is Bermuda Bay. I would love to know in your comments, out of the retiring colors, what color are you sad to see go? But with all old, in comes new. We have 15 brand new in colors, and I am obsessed with every single one of these colors. So our 5 new in colors are Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, and Pebbled Path. This top row is our 5 new, brand new 2023 to 2025 in colors, because our in colors do last 2 years. Our brand new other colors are Pecan Pie, Bubble Bath, Berry Burst is a returning color, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon is a returning color, Pretty Peacock is a returning color, Lemon Lime Twist is a returning color, Misty Moonlight, my favorite, is returning. Blueberry Bushel, which is a fantastic solid blue, is returning in a brand new color of Azure Afternoon. This one is a great tranquil color, but I love every single one of them. Which color, I would love to know in the comment section below, which color are you most excited to play with? I honestly can truly tell you that I love them all, 100%. Top faves on new colors, probably new colors would be my Azure Afternoon, Bubble Bath, and Lemon Lolly. These three are fantastic. This is a great baby pink. We've been wanting a true baby pink for a long time. I'm excited to play with that. But these are fantastic. So I would love to know in the comment section below, especially if you're watching the replay, what color are you most excited to see? Again, thank you for coming and enjoying me today. I hope you enjoyed today's projects. Be sure to hit that like button. It helps me grow my channel. And if you know of anyone that would love to watch my weekly lives, please be sure to share my channel with them, Cards by TLC. This helps me grow my channel so much. I do, as I've mentioned in past lives, that I do have a goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would love for you to help me reach that goal. We are currently a quarter away there. Again, all sizes and dimensions will be on my blog tomorrow, March 31st, at cardsbytlc.com. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you join me next Thursday with our new scheduled time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful day, and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.